My name is EVscape, and I'm a maxed player in old school RuneScape. I maxed my account in 2019, and in 2022, a lot of the methods are way different for maxing an account. Today, we are going to be taking a look back through time at all of the methods that I used to max my account back in 2019.
My little nigga riding loose with a chinger, man, you get done with the nigga. Preston bully, slide with a potty, man, hold two from the woody.
My first 99 was fletching. I trained this exclusively through U longbows and magic longbows. I used the money that I made from fletching the magic longbows to pay for my bonds, and that's where the snowball started. I have never in my life paid for old school RuneScape membership with my own money. I always paid with bonds. I got the first bond from chopping yew trees in Edgeville, and after that, made the money from my magic longbows, and the rest is history. You never forget your first 99, and shortly after 99 fletching, that's when I first started making YouTube videos. Fishing was done almost exclusively at the Barbarian Outpost. In my early videos, every single intro was done at the pond, and this is how I first learned how to tick manipulate in old school RuneScape. 3-tick barb fishing was so hard to get a grasp of back in the day, and it's really cool to look back and see how easy it is for me now, but remember just how long it took me to get. As with most accounts, hit points came before any other combat 99. This is just simply because there's 5 combat skills that simultaneously give you hit points XP while they're trained. Looking back, I wish I went for the untrimmed HB cape because it's by far and away the best untrimmed skill cape, and I will die on that hill. Funnily enough, I found a clip of my early range training, and as you can see, I'm training with darts on yaks. What a fucking throwback. That being said, when I started going for the Inferno, I was around 90 range, and pretty much all of my range training was done inside of the Inferno. I know, sad to think that I got almost 9 range levels before I got my Infernal cape, but what can you do? I was also doing PVM outside of the Inferno during the grinds such as Zulrah and raids, and range is one of the most used combat styles. Now, much like range, I bursted my magic up to 94 so I could use barrage inside the Inferno, and I gained a whole bunch of magic XP through the Inferno during my 163 attempts, as well as a bunch of XP outside of the Inferno through other PVM. Most accounts train their attack, strength, and defense through Slayer so they can 0 time their combat stats while training their Slayer up. Not expected value RuneScape though. I trained all of my combat stats up to 90 plus through Nightmare Zone so that I could PVM with my friends, and after that I once again gained the rest through PVM. I can't find the clip, but I'm fairly certain I got 99 defense during a TOB run. PVM gives so much XP in combat stats that to this day, just through PVM, I have 20 million attack, 67 mil strength, 18 mil defense, 86 mil range, and 40 million magic XP. 99 cooking was a fun one. I set out with the intention of 2 ticking Karambwa ones or 1 ticking Karambwa ones, which gives something in the realm of 1 mil XP per hour, but I realized pretty quickly how goddamn click intensive that is. Since I'd already bought all of the raw Karambwa ones, I ended up just cooking Karambwa ones regularly for my 99 cooking. And I made a bit of a bag of it too. I personally love my AFK skills, and woodcutting is the perfect one. This was just a simple, I got 90 through chopping early trees like yews and maples, and then I planted myself on top of this redwood tree, and I chopped myself 50,000 redwood logs, which I banked on a main account. Don't at me, I wanted to collect them, and I AFK'd my way to 99 woodcutting. Herblore is another one of the AFK skills. I bank stood at the Myths Guild making Sara Dome and Brewers from 84. I don't exactly remember how much it cost me, but I know that it certainly wasn't cheap. I find it pretty funny that I got 99 Herblore years after I started doing the Chambers of Xeric and made my team make all of my potions for me up until then. If you ever raided with me in the early years and had to make all my pots for me, you're a real one. Now we're really getting into the buyables. I'm glad I waited until I was so deep into the account to start these because it gave me the option to do the fastest and best methods with all the money I made up until that point. Everything was done with gold bars at the blast furnace. It wasn't much, but it was an honest living. The good old days before the Giants Foundry existed, and we got that very fast smithing XP. Crafting, again a buyable, and I did not skimp out with this one. Black dragon hide bodies all the way up until 99. I did have a weird thought to spin flax all the way to 99 for a funny video, but I realized that it wouldn't be that funny after all. Prayer was a fun one. I personally love going out into the wilderness and risking it for the biscuit, and with the addition of the wilderness altar and superior dragon bones, I just decided to go for it. I'd take 500 superior dragon bones out at a time and test my luck in multi. Unfortunately, I did die only one time because my cheeky friend Matt and his clan read my Discord notification saying I was training prayer and took me out. I will never forget. Fuck you, Matt. Most people do winter top for 99 fire making. It's super AFK and you make money and it's still very quick. However, it's not the best. And we only focus on the best here at Expected Value Enterprises. I did redwood logs from 90 to 99, and that sparked the idea for the fastest 99 fire making in old school RuneScape, which is a world record that I still hold to this day. The last of the buyables, construction. This one was long overdue. My house was an absolute travesty prior to this, and to be honest, still is, because I used to have a bad house specifically to trigger people in my live stream, twitch.tv/EVscape, by the way. After 99 construction, which I got from Mahogany Tables, I got to release one of my most successful videos to date, getting 99 crafting, prayer, fire making, and construction, and it banged over 200,000 views. Thieving was one of the easiest skills I have ever trained. In fact, I didn't even click my mouse a single time. I used a foot pedal. I hooked up my foot pedal to my laptop on my main account, and then I used my desktop to go PVMing on my alt. What a time to be alive. Slayer was done slowly through Slayer tasks. Who would have thought? However, I did get 99 Slayer in the coolest way possible by defeating Tizkel Zuck in the Inferno for 100,000 experience. Hunter was done completely through Black Chins and Herbivore. I did a lot of Black Chins before I realized that Herbivore existed, and even got the pet through my Herbivore grind. I had the fun idea of never banking the Black Chins and hunting all the way to 99, and I didn't die once, so after 99, I gave my friends an opportunity to claim all my chins, and well, I accidentally ran into multi and they took me out for them. Agility. Forever will be one of the worst skills in my mind. So slow and tedious with very little variety. I did all of my agility before the Sepulchre came out, which meant I had to do thousands of laps at the Arty course. After 99, I had to drop all of my marks of grace due to a forfeit, so I never saw any profit. Farming, of course, came over time just from doing tree runs. I did, however, get the full farmer's outfit from the Tithe Farm, which, believe it or not, is one of my favorite minigames in all of old school RuneScape. Now, you'd think a sweaty, almost max gamer like myself would be doing lava runes for my 99 rune crafting. Unfortunately, that was not the case. I got 99 rune crafting before Guardians of the Rift came out, and I AFK'd Bloods and Souls all the way to 98. After 98, I was so excited to max, I paid a bunch of runners to run me Essence at the Astral altar, and I skipped to 99. Mining was by far the worst skill to leave to last. So boring, so tedious. I did some of my mining at Motherlode Mine to get my mining outfit, then it was a mix between power mining iron in the mining guild and 3 ticking granite in the desert. All in all, it took me around 7,500 hours to max, and if you want to watch the entire journey, yes, the entire journey. It is fully documented in this 12-hour video, which I will leave a link to in the description. I think it's a great expression of my advancement as a player, and you can see in real time how much I learned and how I got better at the game. It's also just a nice series to have on in the background, and with the fresh start worlds that have come out just recently, it might be a nice time to start a new series. That's all for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Slide with a body, man, hold two from the woody. Gangster, niggas know me, man, you in your hoodie.